And tonight, the search for Nancy Guthrie continues. Now, her family, they are not giving up hope, and nor are we. Savannah Guthrie posted this image on her Instagram today, reminding everyone that tips can remain anonymous and that $1 million reward can be paid in cash if needed. And speaking of tips, they're coming in fast and furious, with the FBI now reportedly saying it has received over 1,500 tips now as the investigation continues. Here at the very latest, her thoughts on the ongoing case. The host of Crime Stories on Fox 1, the great Nancy Grace, is with us. All right, well, first of all, you called us last night. Kudos to you, A. And while I started my show tonight, I got a text from you. And in that text, you said, we may have a new development and a new lead. I'll let you take it from here.
Well, as much as I want to talk about that reward, which is now up to $1.2 million cash, and you can meet the Guthrie family if your tip results in finding Nancy Guthrie's whereabouts at a neutral location, such as a post office. You can see the Fed's fingerprints all over that. I'm concerned right now about the perp's right wrist. Why? As he reaches up to disable Nancy Guthrie's door cam, now I know he's wearing the gloves, he's wearing the long sleeves, but it slips a little as he reaches out. And right there, you can see black ink, Sean, that appears to be part of a much larger tattoo. Now, Arizona, much like New York, like Chicago, California, LA, Atlanta, has gang databases where tattoos, which is called soft biometrics, are entered into those databanks. It will be a matter of identifying this. I would ISO it and put it on the web pronto, yesterday. Then cross-reference, starting in the Catalina foothills and outward, as to who would put that tattoo on a right inner wrist. There you go. Bam. I understand also that the shoes have been narrowed down to 2 different types of shoes. That's getting pretty close. And also tonight, the FBI stating that they are now reviewing 10,000 hours of video surveillance, and that it is very helpful. There's 3 stages of that: the collection, the review, and the analysis of all of that video. I'm also learning that they are traveling outside the Catalina foothills area looking for surveillance of vehicles beyond. We hear that on the heels of those 12 cars flying past in Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood between 12 a.m., 6 a.m. specifically, around the time she was kidnapped. So a lot happening in this case.
Oh, that sounds like a... Is it wrong of me to ask, why are we only now talking about that tattoo?
You know, no, it's not. I have watched frame by frame. I couldn't make out what I was seeing, but I read every comment, every suggestion, every tip I can get my hands on. And when I looked at that, they're right. It is part of a larger black ink tattoo, inner right wrist. And I guarantee you, see, the feds had this video before they released it, and I'm sure they're looking at it in much better fashion than we are. They had to have seen it. Why they haven't publicized it, I don't know. One thing about that reward, I believe the reward is not toward the suspect, not focused toward the suspect, but his inner circle. And yes, it is a he. But that person is going to be very careful in getting that reward, because you don't want the perp to sense a betrayal within his ranks.
Let's go back to what we had last night, and that is this new ring cam video of all these cars driving by the night of her abduction. Again, we're looking at night vision here. It's at a distance. Getting those license plates, I imagine, for the average person is hard. For the FBI, probably hard, but doable.
Absolutely doable. I'm looking at the speed of the cars. I'm looking, is there one car that goes by twice or more than twice? they're going by at a certain time that is ISO between 12 a.m. midnight and 6 a.m. And specifically, as you pointed out last night, one of those cars goes by just 8 minutes after Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker disconnects from her Bluetooth. Also, if you look at a map and you investigate into the traffic flow, that street that you were just looking at is something you would have to know the neighborhood to go there. You don't just stumble upon that street. It's not like you're marching down 3rd Avenue in Manhattan. You have to know the neighborhood to go down that cut, that shortcut. Many people believe that the vehicle that has been ISO'd is a Kia Soul. So that's what's happening with that video. And also from certain people in the FBI, they say this is the biggest break since the porch cam video.
The last thing I'm going to say is for those people that are attacking this family, they need to stop. These keyboard warriors living in their parents' basement, naked or in their underwear, stop. Just leave this family alone. They've suffered enough. Nancy Grace, we appreciate you. Thank you as always.